you pray with me? Gracious God, great teacher, bearer of peace, we seek your wisdom. Open our hearts and minds to your word and to the possibilities yet unseen. Amen. The Apostle Paul started the church in Corinth, but it turned into a rocky relationship. They didn't always support Paul in his ministry. They had said some things that hurt Paul, and he retaliated by responding with words that hurt them. Paul was far from perfect. He had difficulty getting along with his peers. He was always involved in some kind of conflict. People thought he was a bad preacher. He got into a lot of trouble. He started riots and spent a lot of time in prison. He never stayed in one place very long, going from church to church. Based on his resume, there might not be many churches today who would be willing to take a chance on him. Paul encouraged the community in Corinth to open wide your heart. When you open wide your heart, oh, I didn't want that going yet.
I'm sorry. All right.
Sorry. We'll start that over in just a minute. Paul encouraged the community in Corinth to open wide your heart. When you open wide your heart, you become vulnerable and open yourself up to the possibility for great pain. Yet you also open yourself up to the possibility for great love. Today is a day of sadness because I have to say goodbye to a church that I have come to love. I grew up in a military family, served in the military, and then I became a pastor who moves from place to place. And you would think that I would be an expert in goodbyes, but I am not. We have rejoiced together and prayed together. We have worshiped and praised God together. We have laughed and cried together. We have celebrated and grieved together. We celebrated new births, birthdays, baptisms, and weddings. You supported and encouraged one another. Together, we have struggled with finances and an aging building, yet you persevered and overcame those challenges. As a body of Christ, we mourned the loss of people we love, those who have moved away, those who transferred to other churches, and those who have died. There were times when we disagreed, resulting in a painful separation of family and friends. I've had the great privilege of walking beside you in the many ministries at Kyle United Methodist Church. Angel Tree, Congregational Care, United Methodist Women, Lay Servant Ministries, blood drives, wheelchair ramps, building bleachers, mission trips and retreats, youth representatives at the church conference level, free garage sale, liturgists, ushers and greeters, church council, choir and band, communion stewards and servers, acolytes, gardening and lawn maintenance, True Vineyard Ministries, the Blessing Box, Easter and Christmas cantatas, fat pancake dinners, the Fall Festival, prayer ministry, Bible and book studies, and Sunday school. Every Sunday, you provide donuts and make coffee, the essentials of the church. Audio, visual, and other technical stuff taken care of. You raise thousands of dollars every year for the Hays County Food Bank and more than $4,000 for Hurricane Harvey relief. What a blessing it has been to watch the children and youth ministries increase in numbers. Well done, good and faithful disciples. As I prepare to leave, I want to share just a few of my favorite stories. And if you do not yet know, I have a special place in my heart for children. One Sunday, as I was serving communion, I placed a piece of bread in 5-year-old Maddie's hands, and she looked me in the eye and politely said, "I'd like the dipping sauce, please." In case you were wondering whether your children are paying attention during worship, I assure you they are. When Clara was about 3, her mom sent a video sharing Clara sitting at breakfast, breaking off pieces of her pancake while saying, "This is broken for you. This is broken for you." And lastly, I was still new at Kyle, trying to get to know folks. And one Sunday, I was in the sanctuary waiting for the second service to begin, when Harper, who was about 7 or 8 at the time, walked in carrying a toy stethoscope and asked if she could listen to my heart. "Sure," I said. After listening for a few moments, she looked at me and said, "Pastor Darlene, you don't have a heart." Every time I see my friend Joe, he asks if I've had any luck in finding a heart. I thank you for allowing me to be your pastor, in spite of all my shortcomings and my faults. I give God thanks for the opportunity to have ministered with you over the past 4 years. I give thanks for your patience and your grace. Thank you for opening wide your hearts to me. I know that as I leave, there are things that are left undone. And I trust that you will continue the good works that you do with your new pastor, Stella Burkhalter. I encourage you to open wide your hearts to her as well. I give God thanks for all of you. And I want to show you a slide presentation that I've put together to celebrate you and the ministries you've done.